Mexico were you at when you were out there?
Durango. So there's Juarez, which is right next to Texas, or the border.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like the third state over.
Okay. Absolutely. Did you like it out there?
No, it's fucking dry as fuck. They have no entertainment. Like, there's one channel. Like, I live like in a ranch.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so it's more rural.
Yeah. Old school Catholic grandparents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we're good? Okay. Well, let's start.
Absolutely.
Hello, guys. Welcome to the Grind Podcast. We have here
Ryan Rucker.
Ryan
Rucker.
Rocker.
Rucker. Like trucker without the T.
Gotcha. That's pretty fucking badass. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I am currently 29 years of age, Bay Area native, born in Hayward, raised in San Leandro, and spent some time in Oakland. So,
Are the rumors true?
That
No.
Possibly.
Oakland.
Oh.
Are the rumors true about Oakland? I don't know where you were going with that question.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Oakland, like, the way I look at it now, because when I was younger, I kind of fed into a lot of that a little bit, but now that I'm older and I've, like, experienced and done research, I just feel like every big city is going to have its problem areas and, you know, its issues with crime and whatever. From my experience, there are definitely areas of Oakland that you should avoid if you want to avoid that, but there are also a lot of beautiful areas in and around the city of Oakland.
What is your favorite part of Oakland?
Favorite part of Oakland? Downtown, honestly. Downtown, Lake Merritt area. It's just really nice to look at, especially now because they're doing a lot of construction and everything, so it's, there are a lot of stores out there. It's relatively safe, although there are situations that happen. But yeah, I would say the downtown area is probably my personal favorite area of Oakland.
Tell me something about you that people don't really know.
You
were early gonna confess to me.
I would say I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert, honestly, and it's funny because like I'm really good at conversing with people, having conversations and everything. Mm-hmm. But I'm just like, there are a lot of times where I'm like, I don't want to be like interacting with people, you know, or talking to people.
Yeah,
so,
you're balanced.
Exactly.
You're very normal.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
So I'm an introvert, but it's like I have a lot of extrovert qualities to me, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So yeah, that would be something that people probably don't know, honestly.
So if they see you in the streets with headphones on, don't talk to him at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm in my zone. I'm in my element.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
I learned that the hard way, not to talk to people when they have headphones on. I still want to talk to you no matter what.
Right. Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Some people are just like, I try not to be a jerk about the whole thing, you know, especially if it's someone who I know who comes up to me. You gotta be respectful, but some people are just, I don't know.
I get you. Especially when they try to ask for help and you're like, I'm busy. Or I'm just an asshole, you know.
Right.
Who knows?
Right.
It's okay. I'm not perfect all the time. I can't be nice all the time.
Right. You know. So. Any other questions? Or?
Yes, of course. Tell me about your childhood.
So my childhood was, it was pretty, like, boring, honestly, but I argue that's a good thing. I'm kind of a boring person. So I grew up in a 2-parent household. It was me and my younger brother mainly. I had an older brother, but he was a lot older than we were. And so by the time that we were, me and my younger brother were becoming ourselves, basically growing into who we were going to be. He was already kind of out of the picture at that time. But yeah, we grew up in a pretty structured household. It was pretty religious, so church every Sunday. We usually would go to Bible study every Wednesday as well. it was a pretty regular suburban upbringing, honestly. Once we moved to San Leandro, we were into video games, cartoons. Me personally, I'm a big anime fan. So yeah, that was really the extent of it. Thankfully, no like traumatic experiences, nothing too crazy as far as that. And I would say mainly my childhood, now that I look back on it and I'm older, it was mainly just a lot of trial and error for me personally. Because, me and my parents really didn't talk about stuff as far as like, how should I say it? Like kind of normal stuff, if that makes sense, like fashion, how to dress. I never really talked to my dad about like girls and things like that growing up. So, when if you don't have that, then you kind of just have to figure that stuff out on your own. Yeah. So a lot of my childhood, I feel like was a lot of that, just a lot of trial and error. Figuring out what does work, what doesn't work. I kind of developed my own sense of fashion, how to interact with people, things of that nature. And then there was the introvert thing, which I had to figure out, not fully understanding that while I am really good at talking to people, I am really good at conversing with people, I do need to take time to just be with me, as opposed to always wanting to interact with everyone else and hang out and things of that nature. So yeah, that was my childhood in a nutshell. It was pretty boring.
Pretty good. Good parents. Two parents.
Yeah. 2-parent household.
Pretty fucking solid. Normally I have like all sorts of trauma stories and stuff. So it's good to hear that you're at least happy.
Yeah, in that aspect, me and my brother, we were very fortunate. I'm into like a lot of true crime podcasts and things like that.
Hell yeah, dude! I want to start one. Sounds fucking interesting.
Absolutely.
That's fucking true crime is like the shit right there.
Absolutely. And so you see just a lot of horror stories on there, especially involving like kids. So in that aspect, me and my brother, we were very fortunate to grow up in a stable environment. We didn't see anything too crazy. Didn't experience anything like that. So that's good. But you're into true crime.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, I am too. It's one of those things where I'm kind of like, because like the stories are just so fucked up, you know, and it's so sad. But it's like, I don't know, it's like a morbid curiosity thing. Like,
at the same time, I like psychology. I want to be a psychologist.
Yeah.
So I kind of like to fuck around with the mind and get to know it a little bit more and understand, or try to understand why these people fucking like went ape shit crazy all of a sudden, and what if it justifies it, and what just like the inner of their minds. Right. And I just, there's different answers for different scenarios, but I think I still can learn a lot more.
Absolutely.
And probably some of it is made up, and some of it is true, and it kind of have to balance it all out just for the purpose of entertaining. But nevertheless, like when people tell you stupid shit like that they did, like stealing sodas for no reason and getting caught, like that's pretty fucking stupid, but it's still a crime,
Right. Technically
speaking. So stuff like that, like stupid shit. But anyway, what's your grind? What are you into? Like, what do you do? Or
as far as like work, I mean, so my actual job, I work at the San Francisco Giants Stadium. You know the big Coke bottle that they.
You know what? I'm pissed off at the Giants
because
they didn't fucking hire me.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's
and you know why?
Why?
There was 10 older people and they decided to go with the old folks and not fucking me. I am fucking bitter about that.
We do have a lot of older employees now that I do think about it. I am sorry that happened to you.
Me too. Their loss, not mine.
There you go. There you go. You would have been a great employee.
I know I would.
Yeah. So,
but not anymore. I'll refuse to ever work there again. If I have a chance to. Damn it, because I'm bitter.
I totally understand your frustration. If I wouldn't have gotten the job, I would have been the same way. How dare they not hire me?
Exactly.
I'm a great worker.
What the fuck?
Right.
Okay, maybe not great. I might throw a few bottles and stuff, but hey, I'm okay.
As long as
Who's
no
judging?
sir.
Who's judging?
There you go. See,
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry, back to you. What do you do at the Giants?
So there's this giant Coke bottle, and it's basically a kids' play area. We have a little baseball park where the kids can hit balls off the tee.
That's so wholesome.
I know, right? It's beautiful. And we have the giant Coke bottle is actually a slide that they can go down. So I work in that area, and basically my job is just to make sure the kids don't do anything stupid. Essentially,
throw Coke bottles at themselves or others.
Yeah. Don't.
What's
run
the craziest
into each
shit that a kid has done that you remember?
Craziest shit has done. I'm trying to think.
Oh, back up. Do you like working there?
Yeah, I like working there. It's pretty cool. We get to choose our own schedule, and the ballpark itself is actually generally really beautiful. They have it's really well designed. They have like a little hidden bunkers you can go into and check out different
when they
stuff.
don't hire you.
Yeah, that's true. But I was gonna say you can buy tickets, but don't buy tickets.
No, I'll blow up the place.
Yeah, and they're very expensive.
Are they really?
Yeah, because it's San Francisco. Don't get me started on that. But I do enjoy working there. I think it's good for me and just where I'm at right now. And so yeah, I'm doing that, and I'm kind of in kind of a flux period right now. I'm kind of at the point in my life where I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, as far as a career.
We should make a song.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were doing the Doug. Have you heard the Doug theme song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever floats.
Yeah.
Hey, we might start making beats out here, man.
Yeah, man. Hit me up.
Fuck
I can bang on the table really good and catch a rhythm and all that good jazz. For sure. So yeah, I'm kind of, but the Giants thing is what I'm doing right now, and I'm just kind of in a flux as far as what I want to do. For my career, basically.
You just made a beat with me, damn near. Are you in the... What? Back of the house laughing. You motherfuckers ruining my podcast. Anyway, so are you in the entertainment industry in any way, shape, or form?
No, not really. Nah, not at this time. I mean, I'm in the movies and stuff, but no, not at this time.
What hooked you into coming into the podcast other than needing money?
Well, I did see that you were into movies, and so I'm into movies and everything like that, and we could talk about movies and things like that. But also, I just wanted to check out the setup because the podcast, the actual setup is something that was very interesting to me as far as cameras and technical work and everything. So getting to see that physically up close and personal is also.
Well, this is a cheap setting, very cheap, very wholesome, very starting it
right
with what you got in my living room, in a table with a few cameras and light and sound.
So there's nothing wrong with that.
And I should be in a studio with a whole bunch of higher quality things and stuff, but life is not easy.
Right.
And when you're out here grinding, trying to get the community, trying to get people to support you and see the vision, it takes time.
Right, exactly. You'll get there. I'd argue this style of format is a lot better than the fucking super hyper stylized and everything. It just feels a little artificial,
Yes, but they got to where they're at, so you gotta examine and research the shit out of it and make it even better.
True.
To make it yours. But you're right about it feels fabricated. I'm sure it does. But they're the ones that established it, so we gotta just run with what they gave us.
Right. There you go.
I do like movies. I love making them more so than watching them.
Nice.
I haven't been at the theater in about 2 to 3 years.
Same.
It's just too expensive. There's
Too
nothing good out.
expensive, and the movies now are just not the best, you know.
Right. It's all a bunch of like redos of shit that
Right,
in the past.
remakes and stuff that we've already seen before. It's like, can we get some new stuff?
And I can't even say I watch independent movies either. I don't really watch movies much, to be honest. I make them.
Oh, you're a filmmaker.
Of course.
Nice.
You didn't know that?
I did know that.
Now.
No, that was just for dramatic effect.
Yeah, I just got done with something about 2-3 weeks ago. And we're slowly releasing it to the public.
Nice.
It's a mini series, so it's gonna be by episode instead of like the whole movie itself. Eventually we'll release the whole movie itself, but I think people have a hard time sitting down for longer than 5 minutes. So
absolutely,
it's like, why put them through that when you could just tease them throughout,
right?
And build traction. But yeah, what's your favorite movie though?
Favorite movie? Oh man, favorite movie. It's tough because like I'm into a lot of different type of genres and styles.
Let me guess, horror.
Horror is kind of hit or miss. It really depends on the type of horror. Honestly, I would say just if I had to pick a favorite movie, Quentin Tarantino had a film called Reservoir Dogs. I like that movie.
You know, I used to hate that guy. Thought he was ugly.
I mean, he's not.
I mean, he's not handsome, but then I'm starting to listen to his come up stories, and he's so much like me.
Yeah, he's definitely an interesting dude just based off his movies. Like I love.
And he's from California, I believe, right?
That I would not know.
Okay. I believe he's somewhere from California. Or lived in California before he blew up.
Oh yeah, definitely. So. I would have to check, but probably. But yeah, I like the dialogue in his movies. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's very unorthodox, but it works, you know. But yeah, Reservoir Dogs would probably be my favorite movie just off the top of my head. But I'm into like so many different styles.
Why is that your
genres.
favorite?
I love the dialogue. Like Mr. Pink, the character who plays Steve Buscemi, who in the movie his name was a code name, but it was Mr. Pink. He had his opening dialogue about tipping and everything is just classic, and I really love because like it would be tough to break down everything, but like I said, the dialogue is really interesting. I love the character dynamics in the movie also between all the characters because so basically, not to spoil the movie or anything, but there's this big bank robbery that they try to go and do, and it kind of goes bad. And these are people who, for the most part, this is the first time meeting each other, and so watching the character dynamics, yeah,
that's fucking badass.
Yeah, it is. It's
fucking badass.
It is a gangster movie.
Will anybody do that with me? Like, go rob a bank first time we meet? Yeah, no.
I will give you the most encouragement possible, and I wish you luck if that, you know. But no, me personally, I'm not a big
because we'll get caught for sure. There's cameras all over. I'm too much of a big mouth.
Right.
I would just ruin it even before I did it.
Yeah, and you know, jail doesn't seem like a fun place.
Oh no, you know, things are too expensive nowadays. I might just want that for free stuff, you know? That for free jail stuff. Somebody in this room told me, you know, it's not the worst place out there, so you know.
Why are we looking at me? What are you talking about?
Locked up. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. No, let's not be racial.
I missed that one.
Yeah, last podcast.
Oh, okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really well put together movie, I would say for sure. But yeah, like I said, I had like a lot of different movies from a lot of different stuff. The Studio Ghibli movies.
I need a favor from you. Once this is done, I need you to send me the name of a movie that you think will help me in my career, and I will watch it.
Filmmaking or podcasting, or both?
Both if included.
Okay.
Both if included.
I got you. I will text
both
you.
If included. because you seem like a very passionate person that likes what he likes, and I wanna somewhat get close to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you for sure.
Now, very serious question. Very. Like, this is, like, if you don't have the right answer, you get to walk out.
I'm putting on my serious face.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yes. Yeah. Extraterrestrial.
Answer. Because they exist. And
Absolutely.
I had a picture, but it got stolen.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it got stolen.
But yeah, I definitely believe in extraterrestrials and all that. It's too much evidence, and it's just too much out there. It's definitely.
I wanted to make a documentary about them. I had two options. I said, what about grief or what about aliens? And unfortunately, the person said grief is better than aliens, so I have to just go with the boring one.
What can you do? You know, got to give the people what they want.
Exactly. No, the people want aliens.
I agree.
That's what the people want.
Absolutely. They just don't realize they want it yet.
Exactly.
Some of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In time. In time.
In time, absolutely. But yeah, aliens are definitely real. Ghosts are real. All that stuff. You know, because like if you think about like the bottom of the ocean, right? We've never been to the absolute bottom of the ocean. We don't know what's down there. It could be anything down there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously outer space as well. We haven't explored. So that like there are just way too many areas and hidden spots to where we don't know what's out there. So I do believe in aliens and all that extraterrestrial stuff.
I may be one.
We could all be aliens. Who knows?
No, seriously, I may be an alien. Like, people are like, you're fucking weird. There's no way you're human. So, just saying.
And hey, I don't know. This is my first time meeting you.
True. True. Brace yourself.
I'm preparing myself mentally for the reality that you may be an alien.
Yeah?
Absolutely. But I feel like if I were to meet an alien in real life, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't know it.
Right. And then I wouldn't freak out if I found out. It's like, oh, you're an alien, okay.
And then you're like, oh, I'm not impressed. Like, this was all built up for nothing.
Kind of, sort of. One of those things where, like, you know, reality and expectations just don't.
Or you
meet.
come back missing like an eye or some shit.
Yeah, I get probed
Body
or something.
part or something. You just never know. You never know. So sleep with one eye open.
Absolutely.
Lastly, what is your biggest struggle you face in your career, in your life, that you are willing to share with us?
Well, I would say the biggest struggle right now is just like
Being a Raiders fan?
Well, I have to tell people all the time, I'm not a Raiders fan. I just wear the beanie when it's cold or whatever. It's tough because it's the only beanie I have.
Would you have worn a Niners hat?
Yeah, if I had one. Yeah, you know I love the Niners.
So you just want beanies? You like beanies?
Yeah, keeping myself warm.
You want another one?
Are you offering me one?
I have a beanie. It's not like a NFL one, but it's definitely a beanie.
I will wear anything at this point because you know what's crazy? I always get that whenever I wear this beanie. I have someone, oh, totally. These are cool.
Have them.
Nice. I appreciate you.
You got it.
But yeah, that's something, not to go off topic, but yeah, that's something I get all the time. I wear this beanie like, yeah, Raider Nation, yeah. And it's like, no, I don't support the Raiders anymore. They left.
Well, now you get to wear Thrive City
Absolutely.
beanies, and people won't harass you about being a Raider fan.
Yeah.
Fucking mind blowing. No, I'm one of those people that refuses to wear like Raiders because I'm a Niner fan.
Oh,
or,
okay.
like, I won't wear like teams that I don't support.
Exactly. And it's hard to explain that to people, but yeah, as soon as I...
You're like, no, bro, I'm just trying to be clothed. That's it.
Exactly.
It ain't that deep.
Wearing something does not automatically mean you endorse that something. If only people understood. But
No, I think people understand. It just kind of doesn't make sense.
Fair.
At least to me. Because everything I do has purpose.
Right, I feel you. But, well, I don't know. Sports fans are weird. Some sports fans are weird.
They're still human.
They are very human.
They like to start fights and throw shit and do bad things to each other.
Yeah.
But they're still human.
Absolutely.
I'm not part of that. I'm not. Catch me somewhere else. Not a.
Yeah, I'm happy to say I have never had a fight over a sports game in my life.
I cried.
I did too when I was younger. Yeah.
I cried when the Niners lose the Super Bowls. I have cried. I also cried when the Warriors won because I was there.
Nice. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and I supported the Raiders. Every time they lost, I would be heartbroken because it's like, oh.
Every time, tear.
Probably not every loss, but there was a time where, like, especially if it was a big game and they lost, I would be hurt. I'd be hurt. I would
Makes
cry.
sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Wait, you cry?
Yeah, I cried. I
What?
cried a couple times. Yeah.
You admitting that to like 50 people?
Hey, man, it is
That
what
you
it is.
cried?
I was a kid, man.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I was a big fan too. So, yeah.
Devoted.
Exactly.
Devoted.
Yeah. At the time, I couldn't understand how certain fans their team could lose, and they just be like, oh, whatever. I'm like, no,
'Cause you know what?
man. We wanted to
At
win.
the end of the day, it doesn't make your life better.
Exactly.
It's just for entertainment and a false sense of community.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds so bitter, huh?
No, you sound like a rational adult. I think when you get...
You want to do like a 5-minute therapy session?
Sure.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying to go with the flow, but yeah, as far as the struggle, like, the biggest thing I'm struggling with right now, I feel, is just figuring out, like...
No, not right now, necessarily. Just a moment in life that you have, like, really a hard time dealing with. It could be now, but I'm just, like, overall...
Well, if I'm looking back at my whole life, I probably have to go back to the whole trial and error thing, you know? It was just a lot of little stuff that is, looking back now, it's like, wow,
Think they gave you too much freedom to, like, figure life out on your own too much?
I wouldn't call it freedom per se. I wish... we could have had, like, real conversations about that type of stuff. It would have helped me out a lot as far as, like...
You know what? I also didn't have, like, serious conversations with my parents. I believe, like, they thought, like, it was a teacher's responsibility to teach us that stuff. So it might be an old school mentality.
It might be. And, I mean, my dad had talked about how he had received a lot of tough love growing up. So, they, like... They just might have came up in households where that was just kind of the expectation,
right.
You get food, shelter, and...
you go to school, you work, you do your responsibilities, you're a good person. I did my job.
Right.
That's probably how they felt or feel. And that's fine. But then it's like, damn, I never had like a heart-to-heart about anything.
Right.
Like, they didn't know me. I'm just their child.
Exactly.
And it's like, damn. Kind of want that.
Right. Yeah, like, it feels like the relationship was less parent and child and more caretaker and kid, that you're taking care of. So
that really messes with you, like, growing up, for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. And so having to, like, really get through that and just the trial and error of learning how to talk to people, learning how to interact with people, the whole introvert thing, learning that just because you're good at this thing doesn't mean you necessarily always have to be willing to do it.
I struggle with that daily.
Right.
Daily. So you're not alone.
Right. But yeah, I would say that was probably the biggest thing I had to struggle with. It took me a while to really get myself to a point where, all that stuff is figured out. I'm comfortable in who I am. I know how to project myself
Even if
the
it
world.
pisses people off.
Exactly.
Even if you say no to that old lady. Right?
Yeah, totally. No to the old ladies. Yeah. Woo!
Shit, there's some healing in that. Because I feel bad. I'm like, I want to help you so much, but I can't help myself right now, so I'll see you later.
Right. As long as you're respectful, that's all that matters.
Depends on the person. Everybody
that
has
too.
a different thought process.
That too.
Anyway, any last final thoughts or comments?
Well, firstly, good luck with everything, the movies and everything. I hope that you have all the success in the world.
You better send me that text with those
I got you.
these suggestions, you guys.
Yeah, are you into anime at all, or
Yeah, a little bit.
totally? Do you have like a favorite anime or?
Oh fuck, what was it? Name them, please.
Popular ones are just Naruto, and there's Dragon Ball Z, and there's the original Dragon Ball, and then you have like the Studio Ghibli movies, Spirited Away. There's The Cat Returns, Graveyard of the Fireflies.
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Because I watched it with my little bro before he passed.
There you go.
And we bonded,
Sorry to hear that.
and it was awesome. It was like we were children again. Like, yeah, it was great.
Yeah, man, Demon Slayer. That's one I've been meaning to check
Demon
out.
Slayer is the shit.
Absolutely. Anime is the shit.
Dragon Ball Z was the shit also. Pokemon was the shit. That's our childhood though.
Absolutely.
You know, that's our childhood.
Yeah. Naruto as well.
He's alright.
Oh,
Demon Slayer is the shit.
No, I'm not disagreeing. You didn't like Naruto?
It's okay.
All right. Well, it's my childhood. I grew up on it, so I'm always going to be a little...
My brother liked it.
Yeah, man. Rock Lee versus Gaara. That's all I have to say.
Is that an anime?
No, it was a fight in Naruto. It was...
okay.
Man, he just had to be there, man.
Yeah. Then maybe I could go watch Naruto too. Shit.
Yeah.
It's a cartoon though. It's not like a...
No, it's
on Nickelodeon, correct?
Toonami, I think, actually.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'll find it some way, somehow.
It's an anime for sure.
Anyways, thank you for watching The Grind, and you guys can find... Where can they find you?
I don't really have social media.
He does not want to be found, so leave him alone.
Yeah.
Peace. Thank you for watching.
You'll see me out, and when I walk, and we'll...
At the Giants, where they didn't have...
Yeah, you can find me at the Giants game. I'll be there sometimes, unless I'm not working.
One day I'm gonna just show up and be like, hey, you wanna have lunch with me instead of working at the Giants? And you'll be like, yeah, I'm sick, I can't make it. And he's gonna hang out with me instead. Was that recorded at all? Oh shit, yeah, okay. That sound bitter as fuck. I am. Alright.
Yeah, that was interesting. I liked it. I kind of was going with the flow.